us, it never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all of you here. My God. Today, I just, man, what the hell is going on? Looks like Paramount ain't really doing too hot, huh? Well, in case you missed it, the news just broke that there is a temporary restraining order, right, on the fact that there's a pause to the Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery merger. So let's get to it, y'all, because higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Again, let me take down this iconic intro here. My Lord, you see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is, hey, everybody, welcome in once again. Now, I want to give you a live look right now at what's happening on Paramount Mountain right now. Let's go there live right now. Okay, everybody, this is a live look at what's going on Paramount Mountain. Okay, here we go.
Meanwhile, on Paramount Mountain.
Okay, this mountain has three faces. The northern face, the southern face, and
the Sylvester Stallone face. Of course.
Who's crazy enough to climb that?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Is that Dad?
Yeah, he always does this.
I got goosies. Look at my legs.
Hey, that tickles.
No, don't sneeze.
Dear God, no.
Keep it in there, big boy. Hold it in. Hold it.
Hold it.
Don't do it.
Joe!
Oh.
Oh, he'll be all right. Maybe.
He's fine. He does this. This is normal.
I wonder if I need surgery.
Well, I can tell you this, Sylvester Stallone, Paramount's going to definitely need some surgery for what's going on here, because my God, Jesus, literally this just broke. Let me show you the news, everybody. Oh my Lord Jesus, this is bad, man. And I remember, you would think after Hollywood said no to the merger, right? You would think that after, subscribers, Paramount Plus subscribers have said, no, we don't want it either, that, you would think you would stop. But no, the attorney generals were like, hold on a second, something, the buttermilk ain't clean here. And they they had something that they wanted to say. Oh my God, let me just show y'all the news right here. My God, today that's Stallone face was a great commercial, because like Sylvester Stallone said, I wonder if I'm going to need surgery, and Paramount is going to need surgery. Now, remember, $90 billion worth of debt, okay, for Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery. They're trying to get it down to $40 billion. Now, that thumbnail, there was a mountain, right? I want to show you where I got that mountain from right here, okay? Paramount will build Las Vegas Mountain to tout shows during Super Bowl. So this was actually in Vegas. Okay, listen. The road to the Super Bowl often comes with a few bumps, and then there's the one Paramount Global is devising. The entertainment conglomerate parent CBS will broadcast Super Bowl LVIII from Las Vegas on February 11th, 2024, and will construct a Paramount Mountain above pictured artist rendering atop the popular Mirage volcano at the Mirage, which is no longer there, sadly, at 3400 South Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas. The display will feature a Paramount Plus lodge and a Eras gondola ride that will offer interactive fan experiences built around Paramount properties, including Transformers, Yellowstone, Star Trek, Dora the Explorer, Ghost Sisters, and UEFA's Champion League. The site will operate for 4 days, starting Thursday, February 8th, and continuing through the Sunday Super Bowl game. So yeah, Paramount Mountain was very real. Let me see if I can find some more photos of it. I know Josh DeMauro and David Elson like, fuck you, you black motherfucker. I don't like you. Shit. Making fun of our broken Yeti and then saying Paramount also is a company that is broken in their mountain as well. Just you disrespectful people. I mean, listen, here's Paramount Mountain. Okay, there it is, right there. There was Paramount Mountain. Okay, there it is, and then that was the lodge right there. So I am showing respect to Paramount Mountain. Okay, I absolutely am. All right, I am absolutely. And then of course, there's some people there. Perfect picture right there with the mountain in the backseat. I'm showing off. Okay, I am. There was a ghost activation there. All right, had some massaging going on. See, I'm showing it off. And then right here, a 4D adventure. Okay, so you got to virtually summit the mountain through an immersive adventure to the peak experience. Okay, so look right there. See, I'm showing off the mountain. What did you want me to do? I'm the chemical X of media, culture, and entertainment. Did you not think I was not going to do a pun? Come on now. What are we doing here? You saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here. Come on now. Let's not do this. Okay, all right. Now that we got that out of the way, judge grants temporary restraining order to pause Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery merger for 14 days. That is 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, everybody. A federal judge has granted a temporary restraining order that will pause Paramount's merger with Warner Bros. Discovery for 14 days. The order is in response to a lawsuit filed by California Attorney General Rob Bonita and 11 other states claiming that the proposed merger violates antitrust laws. U.S. District Judge Araceli Martinez Ogrin wrote that the state's AGs presents compelling evidence that the combined firm resulting from the transaction will possess substantial market share in the wide-release theatrical distribution market. On this combined firm market share alone, the court is persuaded that it can presume the proposed merger is likely to violate antitrust laws. My God. Shout out to Mirage. Yes, indeed. You respect the mountain. Your thumbnail was to do with the broken Yeti. Yeah, I mean, Disney's broken Yetis in a mountain, and then Paramount has a mountain as well, and I think that their mountain is broken too. It all, merges together. Shout out to the Incredibles. Thank you for introducing us to this mountain I just discovered. And cool, was at the Mirage. Yes, absolutely it was. Let's continue on here. This is some breaking news, everybody. My Lord. The judge wrote. Of course, I will read some of this. Okay, so give me a moment. Oh my God, the judge's order bars Paramount and Warner Brothers from closing or consummating. Damn, y'all can't even have sex with each other. That's a damn shame. I didn't know in a lawsuit that the judge can bar companies from having sex with each other. Okay, from consummating and then closing the deal and getting the papers together. I didn't know that. I'm being facetious, everybody. Let's continue on the transaction. We're taking any steps. I shouldn't be laughing this hard. Or taking any steps directly or indirectly to integrate or consolidate their operations pursuant to the transaction. Now, you all remember, right? We talked about how Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network could have been sold. They are not being sold now, but they could potentially be sold. Okay, let's continue on here. The states claim that the merger creates undue concentration in the markets for wide release films, distribution of anticipated top grossing theatrical films, and licensing of basic cable channels. A temporary restraining order is an order to preserve the status quo in the short term as the judge more fully considers the merits of the case. But in her order, Martinez Ogwin wrote that the balance of equities combined with the public's vital interest in antitrust enforcement therefore tips sharply in favor of the requested injunctive relief. The states had as a temporary restraining order was needed because Paramount had not made any guarantee that will not close the transaction after the July 22nd date. 1, 2, that's in 3 days. The judge's granting of a temporary restraining order is not a major surprise, and Paramount has signaled that it would delay a close. It would delay a close to the transaction. At a hearing on Friday, Paramount's lead attorney Jeffrey Kessler said they were prepared to commit to not closing the merger for the next 28 days. Okay. Juanita said in a statement, "This is a critical first win in our case to ensure this mega merger never sees the light of day." He added, "We have a full tank of gas, the law on our side, and look forward to continuing making our case." New York Attorney General Letitia James said this lawsuit is about simple fact. One company controls a massive share of our film and television industries. Workers are as businesses and consumers suffer. A Paramount spokesperson said, "We are confident the evidence will demonstrate that the state's attorneys general's antitrust arguments are without merit as their alleged markets and claims of anti-competitive effects are without any basis in market realities." This merger is lawful, pro-competitive, and will benefit consumers, creators, workers, and the entertainment industry. We will continue to vigorously defend the transaction and look forward to the hearings on the substance of the state attorney's general action. The timing of the legal proceedings is significant. Paramount faces the prospect of paying $7 million per day ticking fee to Warner Brothers for each day that the transaction is not closed after September 30th, right? So it's $1 million a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hang on, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. You know what I'm about to do, right? Oh God. Oh motherfucker. Oh God. Oh Lordy. Okay. Well, so what I did was I timed 7 million by 73 days. And it just came out to this. Okay, so let me just make sure on my calculator that I know I did it right, but I want to make sure I read the exact money amount. Okay, so $7 million times 73 days. Yeah, that's $511 million. $511 million. $511 million. $511 million. That's the ticking fee. Okay. So I think the breakup fee for Netflix was about like $1 billion or so. My lord, that was a sweetener that Paramount made to win the bidding for Warner Bros. Discovery. The judge set a schedule for the stage Attorney General's motion for a preliminary injunction, which could halt the merger indefinitely as the legal process plays out. She said a hearing date of August 3rd, with the motion due by Thursday. The opposition brief by Paramount is due by July 27th. The state Attorney General's replied by July 3rd. The judge wrote that even though Paramount's legal team argued that certain market concentration figures are not binding on the courts, they did not present countervailing evidence to refute the data. Paramount also argued that the state attorney generals presented fundamental misunderstandings and incorrect assumptions regarding the economics of theatrical distribution in the United States. Wait a minute. Now oh my God. You know what's so interesting to me about this? Paramount is more upset with the government about fundamental misunderstandings and incorrect assumptions regarding the economics of theatrical film distribution in the United States. But Larry Ellison and David Ellison are not upset with the president, who is basically presenting fundamental misunderstandings and incorrect assumptions of the economics of the United States of America and how to take care of its people. You're not upset with that, but Paramount's upset with attorney generals about theatrical film distribution in the United States. But okay. Oh my God. Pointing to the opinion of a competing expert witness, but the judge wrote that their proof still did not show the merger will not substantially lessen competition. She wrote, at best, defendants' proof regarding these robust dynamic markets creates disputes regarding the facts and legality of the transaction's market effects. She wrote that in the state's attorney general showed that serious questions going to the merits remain weighing in favor of preliminary injunctive relief. The judge also said that she was not sympathetic to Paramount's arguments of economic harm if the merger is beyond September 30th. Basically, the judge is like, okay, listen, Paramount, you are the corporate version of Milagro-grams, and we don't give a fuck if you don't have the money to pay for it. That's basically what's going on here, my lord, today. She wrote, even if defendants argue that they would suffer economic harm as a result of delaying the merger, the equities do not weigh in their favor, contrasted with the potential public harms that will result from the consummation of the transaction, including the loss of competition. Wow. So the public harms that will result from them having sex of this transaction and the loss of consumers being able to make it do what it do with any company that they want to for content. Wow. That is huge. Once again, I'm being facetious, everybody. You saw the thumbnail, you know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here. Let's continue on. The transaction looked to be on its way to closing in June. It's July. After the Justice Department announced that it was closing its investigation, and a statement explained why it believed the merger was not anti-competitive. Paramount contends that the transaction will bolster competition in streaming, as the combination of Paramount and Warner Brothers would stand a better chance against stronger rivals like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime. Netflix is Netflix, right? They're going to be around for a while. Amazon Prime, they're Amazon, right? So they can make shows and movies and then sell the merchandise on Amazon. They got funnel for life. Disney Plus, they just starting to break even, and then they want to get rid of their adult platform Hulu and fold it into Disney Plus, even though Disney had to make Touchstone Pictures because Disney did not know how to make adult content. So that's where we are with those. And if Disney would be still and recognize, wait a minute, if we turn A&E Global Media into Hulu Global Media and turn A&E Network into the Hulu Network and turn FYI into the Hulu Entertainment Network, then guess what? All that content can be dropped onto Hulu, which bolsters their content library, and that would save Hulu. Wow. And then you bring back the ABC app and create Touchstone Pictures, Touchstone Productions, and Hulu Studios, and Hulu Productions. Guess what? Those shows can also produce shows for the ABC app. But hey, I'm just a black man talking on social media. What do I know? Not like I cover this every day. Oh, wait, I do. The states, though, focus on theatrical and cable markets, arguing that consolidation impacts theater owners and cable distributors, with consumers ultimately feeling the impact. Jill Goldsmith contributed to this report. Oh, my God. 13 comments. The comments have risen since then. Let's look at them, shall we? Oh, my God. When the government blocked the JetBlue Spirit merger, they claimed to be protecting competition. Instead, Spirit ultimately collapsed, entered a full-scale liquidation, and thousands of jobs were lost. Now the potential is a dangerous repetition of this pattern, with the Paramount, Warner Bros. Discovery antitrust challenge blocking mergers in the name of competition often destroys the very firms and jobs regulators claim to be saving, especially when the target is swimming in $30 billion worth of debt on 2025 revenues of $37 billion. That basically means you ain't getting shit with those numbers. And like I said, Spirit, they're trying to make a comeback. I think the last time we talked about Spirit, they were trying to get the paperwork together to bring back Spirit. And then, of course, there was a black man that wanted to buy Spirit. We talked about that on Virtual Tour Live. And then there's another black man that wants to buy Spirit and make it how there's electronic vehicles or electric vehicles. They want to make an electric airline. Yeah, I know. How many times you gonna post this comment on these articles? So knuckleheads always want to comment on the Spirit merger. Do you realize if this deal goes through that the combined company will even have more debt? $90 billion worth of debt if they combine, yes. You're gonna try to get down to $40 billion, but $90 billion worth of debt, $90 billion worth of debt, $90 motherfucking billion worth of debt. So tell me again how Spirit compares here. So I want you to see this, right? Paramount debt hit $79 billion, right? Okay, now it was $90 billion at one point in time, right? $110 billion including debt, right? So it was $90 billion at one point in time, right? So it's just, but y'all, it's if it's not one thing, it's just another, right? Right here, see? Warnermount. Now that was a name I did not come up with, okay? But Lord Jesus, did Paramount mount Warner from the back and just, take it from the back. Listen, I'm with $90 billion worth of debt. Jesus! Imperative cost to cut $16 billion over the course of 18 months. So see, I was not kidding about the $90 billion worth of debt. Let's get back to the comments, shall we? And by the way, y'all, I'm not making fun of that. For those of you who think I will make fun of that, that is disgusting, tattered, and broken behavior. I'm the first one to talk about that before anybody else on social media or YouTube in general. Okay? Women, children, babies, animals, this, that, and third should not be great here, there, or anywhere. There should not be any DV going on anywhere or any shape, form, or fashion of pain going on anywhere. I was making fun of Warner Mount, okay? Because Paramount mounted on the back of Warner Bros. Discovery, all right? Good Lord Jesus. Nonsense. Many of these jobs are going to be lost anyway due to the redundancies. I just bring y'all back to that live I did of you can't have two black networks, can you? But hey, nobody want to listen to me. Everybody want to be so concerned about broken, dilapidated, and decrepit show that's 69% of owns programming with a producer who said that producing reality television isn't fun for him anymore. How do you say that and still have a career and a job and a show? And not to mention, how do you have a payola award from the African American Film Critics Association? I don't get it. Moving on. You think they'll take on $30 billion in debt and don't start cutting costs immediately? Since Disney's buyout of Fox, they've shed at least 12,000 jobs. So in no way does this merger help the consumer, the employee market, or the creators. It merely consolidates considerable media power in the hands of fewer and fewer people to make more and more money for themselves. Spirit closed down because of fuel prices by this administration for a war they started for no reason. Antitrust issues have nothing to do with protecting jobs. FYI, MGM never had this issue. Disney, Fox, Comcast, NBC Universal, Time Warner, AT&T, Warner Discovery, 20th Century Fox. So here's the thing, right? Disney bought 20th Century Fox. They did not buy the Fox broadcast network. They did not buy Fox Business. Disney did not buy Fox Business, and they did not buy Fox News, right? That is separate. They bought 20th Century Fox and the library from Fox. That's all that was, okay? All right. Viacom, Paramount, Sony, Columbia, Coca-Cola, okay? And Columbia, Viacom, CBS, Disney, Fobo. By the way, if you don't know about Fobo, that is a streaming service that is more of a sports-focused streaming service. There was a thing that there was going to be VE in sports. That was going to be Disney, Fox, and then I believe it was going to be NBC Universal. So they were going to come together for a sports streaming service, and then Fobo said, we're not doing that. So then Disney bought Fobo. So Hulu plus Live TV is thrown in Fobo. It's a whole thing. This is clear bias. Ellison and others need to move political donations for night 2. The only comparable one is Disney Fox, and looking at the outcome, it was an obvious mistake. No, it wasn't. Fox's assets are hugely compatible. If they were compatible, they would have figured out a way to use Fox's assets to plus up the theme parks around the world and create new movies and TV shows. But hey, Disney has been good to Fox. It's far better home than Comcast would have been. It's also not grown monopoly, but this merger is too much. Really? Let me show that anonymous person what Comcast, NBC Universal's been up to. Roll it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
It was a far better home than Comcast would have been, and Comcast did that. Okay, then I guess Disney must know what it's doing. My God, Jesus, just like I get it, right? You see a conversation, you want to jump in on it because you feel like you had purpose out of your mother's vagina. That does not mean it's true. Good damn. What has Disney done with Fox properties? Sincerely. Please give me 10 things and I'll wait. You can't do it. You can't, you won't, you never will. They're doing a new Ice Age movie, finally, because Blue Sky was under 20th Century Fox. And guess what? There have been people asking about Ice Age at Animal Kingdom. Wow, you know who already covered that? Braylon, Phil, and Florence and BFP Imagineering. Stop that. Stop stop it and stop it. I'm just saying, what are we doing here? How many Fox properties has Disney used in their parks? None. You got Disney Hollywood Studios. You mean to tell me that Imagineering could sit through the Fox archives of all the movies and TV shows that they got and figured out a way to revive Disney's Hollywood Studios? Same thing with Disney's California Adventure. You know how many movies have been set in California? You could have found which Fox movies and TV shows have been set in California and figure out a way that they could be a part of that. Like I said, y'all might as well change it to Disney's Composition of Magic, Disney's California Adventure Theme Park, like I rebranded it. Yes, that would have been easy to do because you own the property. But no. Although I will say Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, that was amazing because that is the first ride that Mickey has ever had at Disney Park. So listen, all things considered, but come on now. We're not going to stop it. Nickelodeon and Universal have done more together for theme parks than Disney has done for their theme parks. We're not going to sit up here and be this stupid. Jesus. We're crying out loud. Moving on. Might want to fact check before opening your mouth. David Ellison donates to Democrats. Who cares who they donate money to? It's about antitrust. This is the perfect description of a monopoly. It cannot be allowed to go forward. It was the same way with Warner Bros. Discovery and Netflix. Netflix would have been a stream monopoly with HBO Max and Netflix. Paramount would have been a monopoly for streaming Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and Discovery Plus. News, CNN, and CBS and CNN, and content libraries, Warner, Paramount, etc. Let's not forget the multiple physical locations. Maybe people are finally stopping mega mergers considering how fucking shitty they turn out. Only took decades. Get a grip. This is the right move, stopping this merger. So those are all the comments. Okay. All right. Now, I do have the documents. Okay. Shout out to deadline.com. All right. So, of course, right here, the state of California, Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, state of New Jersey, New Mexico, and the state of New York, state of Oregon, and state of Washington bring this lawsuit under the Clayton Act to halt the merger between defendants Paramount Skydance Corporation, Paramount, and Warner Bros. Discovery Incorporated, right? So right here, it says Paramount is a global media conglomerate, registered in Delaware, headquartered in New York. Paramount's portfolio include Paramount Pictures, one of the big five Hollywood film studios, the CBS broadcast network, basic cable channels, including Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, MTV, and BET, the Showtime premium cable channel, which they folded stupidly into Paramount Plus, and the Paramount Plus streaming service. Warner Bros. Is a global media conglomerate, also registered in Delaware and headquartered in New York. Warner Bros. Portfolio includes Warner Bros. Picture Studio, another of the big five Hollywood film studios, basic cable channels, including the Oprah Winfrey Network, the HBO Premium cable channel, the HBO Max and Discovery Plus streaming services. Both Paramount and Warner Bros. Maintain studio lots and production facilities in California, where they also employ thousands of California residents, right? So the combined entity will control two of the big five film studios, Paramount Pictures and Warner Brothers Pictures, more than 50 basic cable channels spanning every genre, leading premium cable television channels, HBO and Showtime, the most watched broadcast network, CBS, which is going down here thanks to Barry Weiss with the news division, and child. Thank God entertainment is still entertainment, but still, it's only a matter of time, child. 3 subscription streaming services, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and Discovery Plus, and 3 of the most prolific film studios, television production studios, Paramount Television Studios, CBS Studios, and Warner Bros. Television Studios. The plaintiff states in this filed lawsuit, as well as the instant motion seeking a temporary restraining order on July 13th, 2026, Plaintiffs' states moved to enjoin Paramount and Warner Brothers from closing or otherwise consummating the transaction before this court decides whether it's unlawful. To obtain preliminary injunctive relief, the moving party must show, one, a likelihood of success on the merits, two, a likelihood of irreparable harm to the moving party in the absence of preliminary relief, three, the balance of equities tips in favor of the moving party, and four, an injunction is in the public interest, right? Right here, in support of their Clayton Act claim, the plaintiff states identify three relevant United States markets for the one, distribution of worldwide release theatrical films, two, distribution of anticipated top grossing theatrical films, and three, licensing of basic cable channels to distributors, right? My God. At the first step, a merger will result in a significant increase in the concentration of firms in the market, establishes a presumption that the merger is so inherently likely to lessen competition substantively that it must be enjoined in the absence of evidence clearly showing that the merger is not likely to have such anti-competitive effects, demonstrating that a merger will result in a significant increase in the concentration of firms in the market, establishing a presumption that the merger will substantially lessen competition. Courts rely on two metrics to assess market concentration: the proposed combined firms' anticipated market share and the Hirschfeld-Hirschman index. A merger that creates a firm with a combined market share of 30% or more is presumably likely to violate antitrust laws. Here, plaintiffs present compelling evidence that the combined firm resulting from the transaction will possess substantial market share in the wide-release theatrical distribution market. On this combined firm market share alone, anticipating 27% market share, the court is persuaded that it can presume that the proposed merger is likely to violate antitrust laws. I'm just going over it, y'all. B, irreparable harm. Under Ninth Circuit law, a lessening competition constitutes irreparable injury because the plaintiff states making a strong showing that the transaction will substantially lessen competition in the wide release theatrical distribution market. They demonstrate irreparable harm and will result in a temporary restraining order does not issue. The transaction will also be difficult, if not impossible, to unwind if permitted to proceed given the anticipated consolidation of operations, sharing of business sensitive information, and potential termination or reassignment of employees. Balance of equities and public trust. The public interest and balance of hardships inquiries are interrelated and both weighing in favor of an injunction. The Ninth Circuit recognizes that the appropriate enforcement of the antitrust laws for protection of competition is vital to the public interest. Defendants did not show a counter showing private equities in opposition to plaintiff state's motion. Defendants will suffer no apparent harm in the near term if enjoined from consummating the transaction. They can see that they will not begin to incur costs for delaying the merger until the end of September 2026, which is September 30th. Like I said, even if defendants argue that they would suffer economic harm as a result of delaying the merger, the equities do not weigh in favor when contrasted with the potential public harms that result from the consummation of the transaction, including loss of competition. Paramount, Warner Bros. Discovery will continue to operate as separate viable companies competing for the marketplace while they wait for the court to adjudicate this case. On the balance of equities combined with the public's vital interest in antitrust enforcement, therefore tips sharply in favor of the requested injunctive relief. So that is everything from here, right? Plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction due by July 23rd, 2026. So that is in 3 days. 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So 4 days rather. Defendant's opposition brief due by July 27th. Plaintiff's reply due by July 30th. Parties joint proposed still motion due by July 31st, 2026. Hearing on plaintiff's preliminary injunction motion at 3 p.m. on Monday, August 3rd in Oakland, right? Parties may stipulate extending to an extended brief schedule and later hearing date could provide that the parties also stipulate that the temporary restraining order will continue in effect until the hearing date. The court orders the parties to prepare a single proposed order that brings together in one chart all the documents or portions of documents ought to be sealed throughout the pending administrative motions to seal. The chart should be organized in the following format, which is right there, right? So, now I want to show y'all something here because I did. Now, remember when remember when Netflix and Warner Brothers did their thing, right? It was a huge deal. I did the Netflix Bro Company breakdown. I want to show y'all this here. Here we go. So right here, Netflix will acquire Warner Brothers Film and Television Studios, HBO, HBO Max. Crucially, the Discovery Global Networks division, including networks like the Open Free Network, Food Network, and Travel Channel, is being separated into a new publicly traded company. It's now a part of the core Netflix acquisition. Now, remember, Netflix did not want to get into television. Now, I brought the To-Doom Entertainment Network to y'all to say, listen, if Netflix got into that, that would be the only way that they would do it, right? Number two, strategic rationale. Netflix aims to bolster its library with iconic franchises such as Harry Potter, Friends, Casablanca, Citizen Kane, integrating them alongside its existing Netflix hits like Stranger Things and Squid Game. The future of CW, a significant portion of the video, is dedicated to a proposed visionary content partnership between Netflix, Warner Bros., and CW. The presenter explores how this alliance could leverage Netflix's tech stack to provide broadcast television through a hybrid of streaming and broadcast model, including the creation of a free ad-supported service called CW Plus. The proposed HBO Content Creator Entertainment Network. The latter half of the video, the presenter proposes a new network concept, the HBO Content Creator Network, designed as a pipeline for up-and-coming digital creators, filmmakers, and storytellers, utilizing HBO's prestige infrastructure, right? So I talked about that. There was also some other things I talked about. Okay, we're going to bring those up now. Like I said, I had a feeling that Paramount was really going to be going through. I just had a feeling about it. And I want to bring your attention to a live stream that I just did recently. Like literally not even that long ago, like 2 weeks ago, right? And I talked about if NBC Universal got powered by people, right? And then, of course, as you guys know, I talked about Warner Brothers, Google, Discovery too, right? So we're going to talk about all this. I'm not going to go through the whole live, okay? Listen, just giving you the summary of everything, right? Because you guys remember that Comcast is separating from NBC Universal and Sky, right? So here we go. Braylon posited that Google YouTube is the most viable entity to transform NBC Universal into a modern integrated entertainment ecosystem, leveraging Google's AI cloud infrastructure and YouTube's massive reach. Strategic pillars discussed YouTube as a digital front door, right? Transforming YouTube from a simple video platform into the central engagement hub for NBC Universal brands like NBC, Bravo, Peacock, and Universal theme parks. Number two, creator economy pipeline. Develop a system where YouTube creators can graduate to NBC Universal television series or feature films utilizing from upload to Universal campaign concept. Peacock relaunch suggesting a return to a robust free ad-supported tier for Peacock, powered by Google's advanced advertising technology and YouTube's discovery tools. Technological integration using Google Cloud for production workflows. Gemini AI for studio assistants, and integrating Google Maps and AI into the Universal theme park experience for better guest planning and personalized recommendations. And then right here, of course, this is the segment breakdown here. Details regarding Comcast separating its media assets and leadership roles of Mike Kavanaugh, the Entertainment Universe plan, a deep dive into how YouTube would link live broadcast, streaming, and theme park experiences. Bravo's future, specific strategies to make Bravo a year-round interactive lifestyle network with dedicated digital studios. The host emphasizes throughout these plans are rather entirely speculative predictions and not official corporate announcements. And I have to keep repeating that because when you are on YouTube, in the words of Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. If I say that Google is going to buy NBC Universal and they do not do that, I could get sued. Your boy, your man, your friend, your family member, everything in between that I am to y'all can be sued for that because that is lying. That is false advertisement. That is deception. Here, there, everywhere, all around the world, whatever word you want to use to talk about me not telling the truth. Okay, which will be a liar. But I'm not a liar, okay? But I have to say this is a prediction. I don't know if Google will buy NBC Universal, okay? I don't know. I do not know, right? Now, I also talked about this company right here, potential company. Warner Brothers, Google Discovery, right? Thought about that as well. So here we go here. In this video, creator Braylon Lee presents his theory on why a potential merger between Google and Warner Bros. Discovery could be a transformative move. Could be a transformative move for the media and entertainment industry. Key takeaways and arguments. YouTube's evolution. Braylon highlights that while YouTube has moved away from producing its own original content, even though Pedro Pena, the vice president of Europe, Middle East, and Africa, said there's no appetite for originals. The Mahone said that we don't know how to pick originals. And even though YouTube has broadcasted a free NFL game from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and the Oscars are coming to YouTube in 2029, and one of the former executives said that YouTube is going to go back to originals. Not to mention, too, they changed their user interface on televisions to make YouTube look more like Netflix and epic side content. Oh my God, the platform is becoming an essential hub for long-form content with audiences increasingly watching all on living room TVs. You know, YouTube is now the most watched streaming service on TV devices. And not to mention, you throw in YouTube TV, the biggest, cord-cutting free platform in America. I think they got 8 million paid subscribers. On the case for a merger, the core of the argument rests on the synergy between Warner Bros. Discovery's massive library of content and intellectual property and Google's / YouTube's infrastructure, search dominance, and advertising reach. Potential monetization and aggregation, rather. He discusses the potential for YouTube to act as a premier aggregator for professional video, pointing to YouTube's recent foray into sports like the NFL Sunday Ticket and their interest in events like the Oscars as evidence in their growing ambition in traditional TV spaces. Strategic benefits. A merger could resolve licensing hurdles for YouTube TV by bringing brands like CNN, Discovery, Food Network, and HBO directly under the Google umbrella, potentially creating a unified media tech powerhouse. Note, Braylon emphasizes that this is his own speculative theory or prediction or prediction rather than confirmed industry news. And remember how I said, how cool would it be if you could play a clip from OWN, watch a show from OWN, or short or anything from any of the Warner Bros. Discovery networks and not get copyrighted for it. Imagine this show right here is on HBO Max as an HBO Max original. That's the synergy, right? I talked about YouTube Television City not too long ago. I also talked about YouTube Manhattan Beach Studios. Those two studios are up for sale. Okay? All right? Listen, I know that this is a lie, but this is why I'm here. I am the chemical X of media, culture, and entertainment. I am the chemical X of media, culture, and entertainment. I am the chemical X of media, culture, and entertainment. So when I saw this news of that Paramount and Warner Bros. Discovery, this merger is blocked for 14 days, I think Larry Ellison and David Ellison, the president, did not expect this. They didn't expect it. They thought this was going to go through and they could take Paramount and make it MAGA, can make that a MAGA entertainment company. And that's not the case. I mean, hell, 47 tried to do 47 media, and we haven't seen nothing of that. So, that's what I got for y'all. We're going to play. Okay, we're going to do a commercial break. we come back, we'll wrap things up. Okay, we are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour once again. Paramount, Warner Bros. Discovery got a temporary restraining order for 14 days, 2 weeks. A judge has approved it. Oh, buddy, there is $511 million over 73 days at $7 million ticket fee for every day the merger is delayed. And that means Paramount would have to pay Warner Bros. Discovery. Could that be, if the merger doesn't fall, if the merger doesn't go through, could they take that $511 million and reinvest it into Warner Bros. Discovery? That could be a potential thing as well, a potential move, rather. We'll be back right after this. Roll it, everybody.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Bravenly's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Bravenly's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Bravenly got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Bravenly's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be, Bravenly, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Bravenly, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and a here we go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus media station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from Memphis. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We always got it. I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to leave here to show that.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I love you that much, I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me once again. I know we just got off of being on tour this morning. And then some news breaks. That's how we do. That's how we roll. That's how we get down over here. Anytime there is breaking news, of course, we come live on tour. Sorry, y'all, and talk about it here with all of you. Like I said, when you have all of Hollywood saying this merger should not go through, when you have subscribers, your consumers trying to make a lawsuit to say, no, this should not go through, and when you have the state's attorney general saying, hold on, let's stop this, maybe this should have indicated to you that this should not have happened. But now, what's going to end up happening is Paramount will be tainted and Warner Bros. Discovery will be tainted in future mergers and acquisition talks, because who's going to want to deal with either of them after all of this? Sad thing is, Warner Bros. Discovery can make it. I've showed y'all how. And I've rebranded some of the networks. I rebranded Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. Okay, I have. I've rebranded MTV to call it Movement Television. I rebranded it. I rebranded BET rather. VH1. Like, it's not that people don't care about TV. Y'all just not giving them anything to watch. That's the damn problem. And so if you're not giving them anything to watch, then what is the damn point of them investing? If you want me to root for you, you gotta give me something to root for. That's it. Point blank at the period. Quite simple. Yes, indeed. We're almost there to a full-fledged hour of content. That's how we do. That's how we roll. That's how we get down. There is one full-fledged hour. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. What a time. 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 Florentin, Phil, if you're still there with me. Florentin, I know you're here. Phil, if you're still here with me. What are y'all thinking about everything that I said? I know it was a lot of intel, but Jesus. Ooh, that's why you should never celebrate too early. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, we've been covering the Paramount Skydance, shenanigans for quite a while here. You talked about the BET sale on the channel. So all you gotta do is just type in BET, type in Paramount, and you'll find out what's going on with all of that. Like I said, we usually are ahead of the culture. Yes, indeed. So, but yeah, we're just chillaxing. I'll probably end it here around 1 hour and 5 minutes. And yeah. So man, a lot going on. And then, like I said, after this live, I'll rest for a little bit. Then, of course, I got your Real Housewives of Atlanta review on the way. Y'all just got to watch the episode, okay? So I didn't expect this news to happen. I was beginning to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie. Then I saw a documentary from Not That Good Girl about Oprah. And shout out to Not That Good Girl. I would love to interview her on my platform. I got to finish that up some other time. And then this news broke. And so the crazy thing was, here's the crazy thing, right? That's it. Hold your breath for 5 minutes before you release. Yeah, I know. The crazy thing was, Phil said, I'm calling to break some news. And as he was calling me, I'm like, okay, I think it's the same news that we both know about. And he was like, Paramount, they got their merger blocked for 14 days. I'm like, yes, this is a huge deal. And so as I was trying to think of like the right thumbnail, I said, looks like Disney is an old company with a broken Yeti. Now, of course, I'm being facetious with that because Paramount does not have a Yeti, but they do have a mountain that is broken. So, it just is what it is. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Ooh, Lord, this is a lot. I know David, Larry Ellison, the president, are pissed off right now. Oh, Lord. I know they got to be pissed. But on the other hand, I'm not really pissed. I kind of figured this was going to happen. I mean, to have two studios, right? To have, CBS News and CNN, like, in the words of a dumbass Kanye West, no one man should have all that power. You know what I mean? So, but oh my God, let me go on to YouTube and see if there's anybody else talking about this. I'm sure of it. I'm sure. Let's see here. Oh, and by the way, prayers up to Nolan Wells. I saw let's see. I saw Wente talk. She streamed the funeral, and also I saw Wente talks as well. She streamed the funeral as well, right? So much love to both of those ladies and everybody streaming the funeral for sure. So okay, so I'm gonna give you a live look. Let me come back on camera for this. I'm gonna give you a live look at how Paramount is feeling right now about this. Okay, now you're not gonna see this footage anywhere else. Okay, what's so great about the three of us is what's so great about us three is that one will turn the tide on a route. Yes, indeed, we will. Let me come back on camera here. Oh, wait a minute. There I am. Hi. Let me show y'all a live look right now. Now this is the first response that Paramount Skydance has to say about this. Okay, so just oh my God, here we go, y'all. All right, Paramount Skydance, go ahead.
It's usually like 5,000 faints every night. We have all these doctors and paramedics, but it's a difficult thing. You go from
It's a difficult thing to get a merger done. I understand. Go ahead.
one continent to another. You're sleepy. The time zones are different. You can't sleep after the show. The adrenaline is up here.
Well, can we just do it again without the negative saying that you don't like the tour?
I don't like it though.
I know, but
I go through
what
hell.
are you setting up though? I don't understand.
I go through hell tour. Okay, then
Wait, y'all going through hell with this merger when everybody told y'all it should happen? Paramount Skydance, go. Okay, go ahead.
I'll make it positive.
Be positive.
For you know the
Paramount
truth.
Skydance. Go ahead.
Okay.
And action, Michael.
I love to tour. You guys must
Just say.
Why you all start laughing? I'm ready to get into it.
Yesterday, another channel live platform spoke about they'll soon remove the studio buildings, and that was hard to touch for the Nickelodeon one. The Fast and Furious roller coaster might make it noisy for the studio buildings. Well, here's the thing, right? I've showed y'all the G4 studios. I've showed y'all Nickelodeon studios. I really do think that it's just the right network needs to move in. I really do. I think that building, first of all, it should be a national preservation historic landmark, never to be torn down, for one. Number two, I think that it's going to take a company understanding that, listen, if we do this move, we have a theme park as our backyard. We have unlimited content we can create. And number three, do you not know how much that will generate for the creator economy? Because guess what? For one, it's 2026. The content creators will promote whatever network is in that building, right? For one. Number two, Universal Orlando will have a content creator network for life. They already have it because of Epic Universe. And number three, you got to think about the fact that they're the only theme park, right, with that entity inside the park. Disney does not have that. So if they learn how to activate that correctly, then it's game, set, match. You know what I mean? So, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm sorry, not Larry, but David Ellison has just come on the scene and want to say something here. So I'm going to let David Ellison say something. Now, this is the first time that David Ellison is speaking. Okay, now we heard from the company just now, right? Okay, David Ellison, go ahead. I'm gonna let you speak. Okay, go ahead.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lied.
You sure?
Come on, none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up.
Apparently, David Ellison is saying that
it's true.
Yes.
None of it's true. It's
we
BS.
made it up. We
They
lied,
made it up.
apparently.
They lie.
None of it's
Come on,
true.
none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of it's
Come
true.
on, none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of
Come
it's true.
on, none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
Thank you, David Ellison, for your commentary on this topic. Yeah, if you're doing that many shows, you are touring a lot. You know, I can only imagine how many tours I've done. I mean, you know, this is what I started streaming, and let me go back to my oldest video of a live stream, child. Give me a moment. We've been on tour for quite a while. We've done over 1,000 live shows, so 1,000 tours. So I started streaming 3 years ago, right? So 2023, right? So 23, 24, 25, 26. So I've been streaming for about 4 years now, right? So I've been on tour for about 4 years, live with all of you. So it's been quite the journey, to say the least. But hey, we're still here. This is season 4 for us. So 4 seasons, over 1,000 live shows, streams, tours, what have you, this, that, the third. And my God, the internet never runs out of stuff to talk about. The internet is undefeated, and the culture is the global, intergalactic, multi-dimensional heavyweight champion. Okay, listen, it's hard to beat the internet. But yeah, that's my take on everything, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna get off of here, okay? I will see y'all a little bit later on tonight at 6 o'clock for Roa, and then that will be the last show. This was a bonus tour, you know what I mean? So, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love. Let's send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. Oh, almost forgot. Let's see who else is talking about this right now. Give me a moment. Okay, let's look at here. So here we go. 2 hours ago, CBS News talked about it. Of course, I told you about Tennessee. Tennessee is courting Paramount Skydance to relocate from California to Tennessee. Allegedly, we don't know if it's going to happen, child. Yeah, $36 billion lost at Oracle in 2 months. Child. We can make a little time for this. Why not? We can make a little time for this. Let's see. If I go to, let's do today. Right here, NBC News, Bloomberg Podcast, 11 News Yama. So those are all the ones that are talking about it right now. But besides them, I think I'm the only content creator actually like talking about it. So yeah, what's going on? Now let's hear about this $36 billion thing real quick. Don't worry, y'all. We got time. We got time. Here we go.
Well, the drama surrounding the potential upcoming merger and completion
Let me see. Nothing beats talking about things that the internet isn't discussing too. That part. By the way, this is John Campa. Shout out to John Campa. John Campa is a huge industry head, and he's been in the industry for a very long time, and he definitely knows his people too. So John Campa here. But let's watch this. Paramount's, the Ellisons have lost $36 billion in 2 months. Now, you remember that the purchase, I know I was going to end the show, but this is too good of a topic not to talk about. The merger to buy Warner Bros. Discovery is $111 billion. And they've lost $36 billion in 2 months. Do you see why I said the title of the live is The PAR in Paramount stands for plunging down in a abominable fashion and rolling down to their demise? Do you understand why I said that now? Do you also understand why I said Disney is not the only company with a broken Yeti? Being facetious. Let's go.
Well, the drama surrounding the potential upcoming merger and completion of the purchase of Paramount of Warner Brothers continues to be a story. You guys remember that yesterday or 2 days ago, we talked about the fact that 12 states did bring a lawsuit to block it. Yesterday, we discussed the fact that they immediately filed an injunction to prevent the merger from happening until the lawsuit is finished, which could take well over a year. And some of the repercussions and drawbacks of that. Well, there's a few other things to talk about here. One of which is the fact that there is another lawsuit that just got filed to try to stop the Paramount Warner Brothers. And this one is being brought to us by the Writers Guild. The WGA, this comes just from Deadline, is now also suing to block the Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery merger. They say this over at Deadline. The Writers Guild of America has officially entered the ring in the fight to block Paramount Skydance's pending $110 billion acquisition of Warner.
I want you to remember the SAG-AFTRA strike, right? The SAG-AFTRA strike and the Writers Guild strike, right? Because actors and actresses were not getting paid their due. Of course, you got to think about, AI at the time and residuals and streaming and this, that, and the third, right? It was to the point where if you reviewed a movie or TV show, right, you could be banned from the guild for life. For life. It was to the point where the Haunted Mansion movie, with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lakeith Stanfield and Danny DeVito, trying to think who else, Tiffany Haddish, and many others, right? The stars could not attend the film. It was content creators and influencers. It was that bad. So you think about that strike, and I'm sorry, I don't know of one entity that sued Netflix when they tried to get the studios and the streamers, right? Because Netflix was trying to go after the studios and the streamers. They didn't go after the whole enchilada, and nobody sued Netflix, right? So I just want to add that to the pot. In addition to that, I know that there was a person at Netflix saying we don't want to deal with anybody who wants the theatrical release. You are out your dumbass mind. Because you did Glass Onion as a theatrical release, which was a Knives Out mystery. A lot of people went to the theater, right? So, and let's not forget that movie theaters are transforming to content theaters, right? Shout out to Trapto. Trapto is a platform where it's a black man, I can't remember his name, but he talked about how watch parties are booming, right? And Radio City Music Hall, they were charging people $100 to come to Radio City Music Hall and watch the Knicks play in the finals. You think about Renaissance, Beyonce's concert film. You think about the Eras Tour, Taylor Swift's concert film. You think about the fact that you could watch the Milan, shout out to Etnamo and guest Olympics at AMC theaters. Think about Phantom Events and what they've done over the years. Can you imagine if YouTube says, hey, you know what? We're going to not only broadcast the Oscars on YouTube, but we're going to talk to Cinemark, AMC, Regal Theaters, and do Oscar night at the movies. Oh my God. You know how many tickets could sell for that? How many popcorn and candy and drinks and all that stuff? So now, on top of the states suing you, you have the Writers Guild of America. Now, without writers, there is no Hollywood, in addition to the staffs and crews and everybody in between, suing you. This is bad. This is like if the Emmys said we're suing Paramount. Hasn't happened, but my God, this is bad. Let's continue.
Warner Brothers Discovery. The Guild's lawsuit, filed jointly by the WGA East and West in the North District of California on Tuesday, seeks to stop the merger on the grounds that it violates federal antitrust law and would cause specific harm to writers. The complaint lays out how the merger would reduce opportunities for writers as well as lead to lower pay and worse conditions. Now, the Ellisons and Paramount put out what I feel is a good response, but not perfect. It said this: reach for comment by Deadline on Tuesday. A spokesperson for Paramount Skydance said in a statement, A stronger Hollywood only means something if it's stronger for the writers who power it. Remember, this is Paramount saying this. A combined Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery will have the scale and resources to reverse the current trends in our industry and expand opportunities for writers, not shrink them. More development slates, more series and film greenlights, and our continued strong commitment to working with the guilds writers across the brands. So, in a rather refreshing kind of thing, instead of somebody getting sued coming out saying they're idiot, to working with the
30 movies a year. There's no way you can do 30 movies in a year. Now, y'all know I've done over 1,000 tours, right? That's because I do them in chunks, right? So most of the time in 1 week, you got two shows on Monday and Fridays, right? So that's 4 shows. Tuesdays and Wednesdays is 1 show. So that's about 4, 5, 6 shows a week. So any given week, 6 times 4 equals 20, I believe. Don't at me, okay? I think 6 times 4 equals 24. Yep, 6 times 4 equals 24. That's what I thought. So anytime, right, I'm doing 24 shows a month to 30 shows a month, right? But that is different than a film. A film usually takes about 3 to 6 months. Then you go into post and cutting and splicing and dicing and editing and color balancing and sound balancing and all that stuff. 30 films in 1 year? No. You could probably put out maybe about 10 to 15. That's being generous, right? Because here's the thing. Production schedule versus distribution schedule are 2 different schedules. I'm giving you game. Let's continue.
With the guilds writers across the brands. So in a rather refreshing kind of thing, instead of somebody getting sued coming out saying they're idiots, Paramount instead took the more diplomatic road and came out and said, listen, writers are awesome.
That's what Paramount wants to do. They want to say that they're idiots.
And Hollywood only works if writers are getting their due. Absolutely, I think a pitch perfect statement to put out. 100%. The problem is right now, guys, the Paramount legal doctrine that they seem to be purporting for both the state's lawsuit and now the WGA lawsuit. And I know some of you don't like to get caught up in the weeds, but the specific legal doctrine, as somebody who used to work in law, is called, in the Greek, trust me, bro. That's their whole kind of basis of it. It's trust me, bro. They say they're going to put out 30 theatrical films a year. They have not been able to demonstrate one thing that shows they're going to have the capacity to do that. But they keep pushing it. Trust me, bro. The WGA is saying this is going to lead to fewer opportunities, and with fewer employers, there's even more power now in the hands of the studio to screw over writers.
You have to think about this, right? Within every company, right? So you know how Disney has Disney, and then they have sister companies. Then they have Paramount sister companies. Then they have, Fox and sister companies, right? They have NBC and sister companies. The CW doesn't have that, right? So we're just talking about the cable networks here and CBS, right? If you combine those, then some of those sister companies can shut down, which reduces opportunity, right? Let's keep going.
Won't do that. Trust me, bro. Seems to be the whole thing. Now, in fairness, I don't know what else Paramount can. To be fair, I don't know what else they're supposed to say because they haven't had the opportunity to exhibit that they do have the will and the capacity to do all these things they're saying they're going to do. It doesn't look plausible, but they haven't been given a chance to do it. So there's that. But that's all now being compounded. The lawsuit from the states, the lawsuit from the WGA. There's also another thing that a lot of people have been overlooking. Now, look, this is a $110 billion deal, right? A big chunk of that was, this wasn't even allowed to go forward. Warner Brothers wouldn't consider it until Papa Ellison Larry Ellison, head guy at Oracle, was willing to
Papa Ellison, Larry Ellison, David Ellison. Okay.
Step up because he wasn't at first and say, I will personally underwrite this. I will personally guarantee, because Papa has a lot of money. He's got a lot of money.
How much money are they going to lose?
Said to me, God, Netflix, the Ellison is sued from the trust me, bro.
Sorry about that.
A big chunk of that was this wasn't even allowed to go forward. Warner Brothers wouldn't consider it until Papa Ellison, Larry Ellison, head guy at Oracle, was willing to step up because he wasn't at first and say, I will personally underwrite this. I will personally guarantee, because Papa has a lot of money. He's got a lot of money. But even with Larry Ellison's money, this seems to be a staggering debt-heavy deal. And it gets worse when you look at this. Yahoo Finance is mentioning that Oracle is down like 28% in a month, which is where all the Ellison family jewels come from, is Oracle. As a matter of fact, in just under 2 months, Oracle has lost $360 billion in market cap. That's a lot of
4Ks, John.
That's a lot of 4K Blu-rays. In June, at one point in June, their stock price was at $244 a share, which equaled a rough $767 billion market cap value. Today, that price is at about $130 a share, which represents a 47% decline with a market cap of $405. Bottom line, in the last month and a half, getting close to 2 months, Oracle, the Ellison family business, has lost nearly $360 billion in their value. Now, a couple things to keep in mind here. Stocks go up and down. Stocks go up and down. I remember a couple years ago, we were talking about, oh my God, Netflix has lost $7 billion in the last 3 months in market cap. But you know what? 6 months later, they had gotten all that back, right? They'd gotten all it back. I mean, stocks do go up and down.
Okay. We know that stocks go up and down. But $7 billion is a lot different than $360 billion damn dollars. Let's continue.
Up and down. So I want to make sure when we're going to look at a graphic as shocking as that one, keep in mind 5 weeks from now, maybe that arrow goes up. Maybe not. Maybe it does. Who's to say? The other thing you got to keep in mind here is that is not necessarily $360 billion right out of the pockets of Larry and David Ellison. They own about 44% of Oracle. And most of their value is not in cash. It's in the shares they own in Oracle. So this does represent a significant hit to their personal wealth and their personal value.
Yeah.
In the 3-digit billions kind of range. So why does that matter so much? Well, because at some point here, and I remember one of my business guys, his name's Scott. He did bring up a point like about 4 or 5 months ago when he said to me, there is a path here where it just starts costing them so much to do this deal. It may be cheaper for them to get out. Here's the thing. If Paramount pulls out, if Paramount pulls out,
he is a nasty heathen. Now, see, y'all try to get on me for making fun of Paramount, okay? Which, please don't name your company that, because I swear the memes and the gifts will be out the ass if you do that. But let's continue.
For whatever reason, doesn't matter if they just decide to get out of the deal, doesn't matter if the government or the lawsuits stop the deal, doesn't matter. If for whatever reason under the sun, Paramount has to get out of the deal, they have to pay WB, get this, a $7 billion breakup. If the deal is not closed, which we've talked about in the last few days, by September 30th, Paramount has to pay
$7 million
WB shareholders
per day,
$650 million per quarter. We said that roughly worked out to $6-something million a day.
That's a lot
which
of
came out to $511 million. Now, that $7 billion breakup fee is a lot, so let's do that. Ooh, buddy. Buddy. Ooh. Okay, so I added it up, right? Okay, so here it is here. Let me just give you the lay of the land, right? So a $7 billion breakup fee, right? Plus that $7 million a day until September 30th, right? If the merger doesn't close. That's that number. You ready to see this? Paramount Skydance will have to own Warner Bros. Discovery. $7,511 million. $7,511 million. $7,511 million. Let's continue on. Okay.
4K discs, bro.
That's once again, that is a lot of 4K discs. Lot of 4K discs. So this is getting extremely hard. Now, again, we mentioned that yesterday. The states have now filed an injunction that I think the judge is going to rule on Friday to stop the merger until the lawsuit is done. The lawsuit will probably take well over a year, which equals 650 by 4 quarters. You're talking about what, $2.5 billion. And then if at some point they realize we got to get out, then they have to pay an additional $7 billion on top of it. Now, look, I am not sitting here telling you that the Ellisons are going to pull out of this deal. That is not what I'm telling you. What I am saying, though, is that when you combine the multiple lawsuits, the potential impending injunction, the ticking clock, $6+ million a day in penalties, and a potential $7 billion pullout fee, it could be that at some point, and now the massive...
I love this guy smirk. He's like, motherfucker, just say it. We all know what it is.
Decline in Oracle's value. I am not saying that they're going to get out of the deal, but what I am saying is an environment is being cultivated where the Ellisons and Paramount just straight up pulling out of the deal may become more financially viable for them to do than staying in the deal. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying the environment has been cultivated to the point that it's a legitimate possibility here. Anyway, Sean, I know you've been following this story as closely as anybody, the way this could have the potential, positively, negatively, whatever, to reshape the entertainment landscape. When you see the additional developments here, yet another lawsuit, the Oracle situation, I don't know, what's striking you right now when you look at this whole situation?
Well, first off, just as you list all of that off, I'm getting anxious as someone with no skin in the game whatsoever. Just hearing all that, like, whoa, goodness, that is rough to hear all of that. That is so much money per day. But yeah, I mean, I think there's just so much working against this, of so much pushback, so many legal headaches, so many different things. It just, sometimes the idea that these companies would merge just feels like a weird fantasy to me. Like, until I see it in front of me, I can't believe that it's real. And then you list off all of the additional obstacles at the current moment, and it just affirms, like, man, is this really going to happen? Like, it seemed like it was, and it seemed like it was going to happen with Netflix. All these things seem like they're going to happen, and then they don't. And then there's just more and more obstacles that keep coming up every single day. And when you bring up $100 million or billion dollar losses, and I don't know. It just seems like such a stretch, despite the fact that it is there in front of us. There is something they're working towards, but yeah,
it's hard. Rob, look, they are clearly, I think they have demonstrated over the past year, they are very clearly committed over at Paramount Skydance to want to get Warner Brothers. I mean, they've jumped over a lot of hurdles. They've crossed a lot of bridges. They've shaken a lot of hands. They're
basically great to Warner Brothers Discovery to become a bigger company. Stop it. They did not do any work. They utilized the president in order to get this deal. Stop it.
Very committed to this. But
with respect to John Campa and his panel, but like, we got cut the bullshit.
You think, I mean, it could get to the point that the Ellisons will just have to sit back and say, you know what, we can look at ourselves in the mirror and say we gave it a great shot, but at this point, it's just mounting up too high. Or do you still foresee this going through without too much hassle? What do you think?
Well, I've got something else for you. Today, Larry Ellison and David Ellison are accused in a new lawsuit that was filed in the Delaware Chancellery by a shareholder. They are suing the Ellisons and other members of the Paramount Skydance Corporation board. This is today. This happened today, to block the $110 billion transaction. And the blockbuster deal appears to involve the promise of, get this, quote, illegal private benefits to President Trump in order to remove federal regulatory barriers, according to the court filing, which also requests money damages. These terms reportedly include the potential firing of CNN news anchors who have run afoul of the president and the opportunity.
I told y'all. I told you. What did I tell you? Because I told you. When did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say? What happened? Well, I told you exactly what just happened. Let's go back.
Benefits to President Trump in order to remove federal regulatory barriers, according to the court filing, which also requests money damages. These terms reportedly include the potential firing of CNN news anchors who have run afoul of the president and the opportunity to improperly funnel cash to him by settling his legal claims against the network. The Ellisons' actions are not only harming the reputation of the news outlets they currently own, which are hemorrhaging viewers, but they are latent liabilities waiting to be triggered by a future administration, the suit says. So this suit is directly addressing what people have been worried about with this merger happening, in that the news organizations now are going to be controlled and used as political tools by the current administration. And this is brand new. Bloomberg reported this today. The filing was today. So I don't know how this is now going to affect. They're now in another lawsuit that they're going to have to deal with. And I think you just kind of nailed it. I mean, how many of these things are they going to have to fend off before they just throw in the towel? How much money are they going to lose? Is it really worth it? I mean, the funny thing about this is, where's the business of movie making and TV shows in all of this? Where is Paramount coming out with an aggressive slate of really interesting? I mean, they announced Paramount Primal, their new genre label, and they want to make a Nightmare on Elm Street series. I mean, that's not exactly groundbreaking. So I would love to see Paramount itself aggressively get into the entertainment business rather than mergers and acquisitions.
I guess that's another question that gets brought up in the finances is, now, so you got to fight the state's lawsuit. You got to fight the WGA's lawsuit. You got to fight these other shareholder lawsuits. How much is that going to cost them too? To do this? And again, at what point maybe David Ellison, like, look, say what you want about David Ellison. I think one thing almost everybody agrees on is he is a true dyed-in-the-wool absolute movie fan. He really is. And I just got to wonder if at some point, again, if you ask me, I still think 6 months from now, a year from now, this deal gets done. But if David Ellison, who it just truly does love the movies and just really does want to be in the business of making movies, I just wonder if at some point him and Papa Ellison are just going to go, look, well, again, we gave this a legit shot. Let's just forget about it. Let's walk away from the WB thing and let's get down to the business of making movies with Paramount. And maybe that happens. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about all this. For the Ellisons and Paramount's impending and wanted takeover of Warner Brothers, it seems like every day new obstacles are piling up, including obstacles of their own business values at this point. Do you think this deal goes through now still? Do you think it gets stopped? Or do you think at some point the Ellisons just go, you know what? This is starting to mount up to be too much. Maybe we just walk away. I mean, I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video.
Thank you, John Campa. Y'all, that is it for me. One love, much love, all love. Once again, I feel the love. It's in the right back to you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. I told y'all should have been paying attention to this. And now it looks like, well, will there be a Paramount after this? Don't know. Maybe some of those networks should have been happy to be sold off. Gotta go. Love you. Bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousness. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.